I'm going to give you my honest review of the Skool platform. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, how I think you might benefit from having one, why you might not need one, and I'm going to help you decide if you want to offer a free Skool group or a paid Skool group. And at the end of this video, I'll show you some tips that will help you make more sales if you decide to go with a paid Skool group. So the first thing to understand is I'm not new to digital marketing and I'm not new to managing a community. It's important to remember if you are going to start a Skool group that managing a community takes a consistent effort, right? You have to show up daily in order to keep the community healthy. I used to run an affiliate marketing group on Facebook. You can see it did quite well and was quite popular. We had over 30,000 members. Over 2023, I started to become increasingly frustrated with the way face groups were run. First of all, I don't think you were getting the reach that you once did when they were new. I think you can get more reach simply by posting on your native feed. The other thing is the spammers, the scammers, the people who hide in the group and then DM people. I just got really sick of it. That was the first thing that started me on the path of looking for a new way to host a community. The other thing that really kind of broke the camel's back, so to speak, was I was having people enter the community and they were making fake profiles of me, DMing people and trying to scam them out of money by offering them too good to be true offers, which were, of course, too good to be true. So that's what I knew I needed to migrate away from the Facebook platform. The other thing that's kind of weird about Facebook and Facebook groups is it's really an inefficient way to communicate with your members, because if you share some value, there's no guarantee that anyone is going to see that post. But if you post something clickbaity that asks people to comment if they want the free gift, those are typically the posts that pop off and everybody sees. So it was really inefficient. I closed down the affiliate marketing Facebook group and went back to the tried and true email marketing for communicating with my audience. But in early 2024, right around the time that Hormozi started pushing the Skool Community, it came on my radar. And since I was already looking for a way to create a community, I decided to check out Skool, and that's what I did. I started a free group on Skool. Now, I had to pay for it. I had to pay $97 a month to host the group, but I allowed all members to join for free. And it took off. People were excited. People liked the clean interface. It just felt like there was a refreshing vibe over on Skool. And it grew to about 800 or 900 members rather quickly. It seemed like the culture had been reset, meaning, it wasn't that people are inherently bad. It's just Facebook groups have become a way because a lot of them typically are a way. And Skool was a fresh start. So I was excited. I was motivated. And if you can see by my profile, this was right around mid-January of this year, and I was fairly active. But as you can also see, my interest and my enthusiasm started to diminish. It had a lot of the same problems that the Facebook group did. The spammers and scammers started showing up and engagement was difficult. People are used to going on Facebook. People are not yet necessarily used to going on Skool. So it was hard to bring people back into the community. So I closed that free Skool group. And then just a few weeks ago, on August 29th, which was about 12 days ago, I decided to give it another go. But this time, instead of offering a free Skool group, I was going to offer a paid Skool group because there was a mentorship program that I wanted to run and level up. And so far, it has been absolutely amazing. So I think if you are going the paid route, there is a lot of potential in Skool. I'm going to show you some of the things that I really like about the platform. First, of course, if you're going to sell access on a monthly rate in the Skool community, the thing that Skool does is they allow you to take payments right on the platform, so you don't need to integrate with third-party processors. Now, you have to create a Stripe Express account so they can pay you out, but for the most part, it takes about 2 minutes, and you can do that through Skool integration, and it's really, really simple. Now, I already had a Stripe account, so maybe it seemed overly simple, but even if you don't already have a Stripe account, it's not a difficult process that just involves making a few connections and then connecting your bank account to Stripe, of course. So as you can see here in the first couple of weeks, we've grown to 109 members. So it's been great. Let me show you some of the features that I really love about the Skool community. So first and foremost, you have the community, which is your feed. This is just like a Facebook group feed where you can post, you can pin posts, you can have discussions. This kind of gives 24/7 access to the community, right? If someone's awake at 3 o'clock in the morning and they have a thought they want to share, they can share it. And then other people will get to it when they get to it, right? That's pretty standard. Next is the classroom, and this is what's really cool. You can create individual courses here, and here you have a lot of flexibility and freedom. Now, for example, if we migrate over to the settings here, what you're going to see is, let me go ahead and get to the right community here. There is a gamification feature here. So if you want to create individual courses or individual lessons and you want to unlock them at certain levels to encourage growth in the community, interaction in the community, and improve your discovery on the Skool platform, you can do that. So for example, I have 2 lessons in here that don't cost any extra. They come included with the $97 a month fee. But you can see is they cannot unlock these courses or access these 2 courses, the Crafting Your USP and Intro to AI and my 15 Principles of Marketing, until they reach a level 2 active contributor. So what this does is this encourages them to do some of the things that I recommend in the Start Here module. So what I recommend is that they go over and introduce themselves, and I show them how introducing themselves can help them earn points. And once they earn 5 points, that's when those 2 extra courses come unlocked. So I have just a little poll here to see how they came to the community, if they discovered me from Skool, which nobody has yet because it's brand new. If someone else referred them here, which a couple people have, or if they just came here because they heard me talking about it. And so far, that's where most of the people have come in. But what you can see here is they do come in and introduce themselves, and this feed is going to grow over time. I have this pinned to the top so everyone can find it, interact with it. And what that does overall is it helps you get to know your new members, but the other thing it does is it helps your discovery on the Skool platform, because I'm under the belief that there's a lot of inherent or built-in traffic on the Skool platform. So if you go back to your community settings from the admin side, it's easier if you go like this and look at your discovery, you can see where you're ranked. And it all depends on engagement, new members, and all that good stuff based on their algorithm. So I've been pretty much ranked anywhere between 1,200 and 1,600. I think I started off at about 3,500 when I launched. So hopefully as this group grows, I'll continue to move up in the ranks, and hopefully I'll start getting some of that organic traffic from Skool. And that makes a lot of sense for my community, because my community is for digital marketers, affiliate marketers, master resell, right, sellers, coaches, course creators, and Skool community leaders. So someone might see this on Skool and think, okay, I want to be a part of that. Now let's go back to the classroom. The classroom, once again, you can create individual courses, which everybody gets access to. You can gate some for interaction, which I've done with these 2. Or you can even sell individual courses. So for example, let's say you wanted to go with a free community, but you want to sell access to courses. You can do that right on the Skool platform, which I think is really cool. The main way I use this, with the exception of the additional lessons, and I'll talk about those in just a moment, is so I can host the replay of my mentorship calls. What I do as part of this community is I go live twice a week on Zoom with all the members. Okay, and then I post the replays inside this dashboard. You can build folders to keep everything organized so it doesn't get super long after months and months of creating replays. What you'll notice here is that I took some replays from the mentorship program before I launched the Skool Group and put them in there as well as a little bonus. But these look really clean, really nice, and it gives everyone the opportunity to check out the replays, and they're easily organized. Uploading these replays is really simple. For example, if you want to add a video, which you can only add 1 video per, but what you can do is you simply paste a link to a YouTube video. I happen to use a professional Vimeo account, so it's gated. But you simply paste the share link to that video and it automatically populates it in your classroom. So that is fantastic. The other thing I really like about this is the inner site navigation and linking is top notch. So for example, this is the most recent call replay where we discuss creating better content and emails. And I gave 2 frameworks, which I've attached the Google document resources down here so they're easily accessible right from that lesson. But the other thing I like to do is I like to paste this link right here, which just links over to a post that's in the community. And this creates a dedicated discussion thread for each video. So if you have people who come in and they go watch a replay from 2 months ago and they have questions about that specific video, they can click that link, go to the specific thread. We'll get a notification. It will be bumped up to the top of the thread so we know that to go check it out. And we can then remind ourselves what video this is from, and we can give a more specific answer. Also, if someone comes over here and they have a question after watching a replay, they might see their question is already answered. So I absolutely love that feature. It's really as simple as creating a new post for each video replay. So I highly recommend that. Beyond that, the Zoom calls are organized and easily accessible from the community calendar. This is so much better than what I was doing before with letting people know via email. In part because Skool automatically sends out notifications a day before a call is scheduled, which helps me a ton. Reminds my community members I don't have to worry about sending out an email. But also, when they click on the date and time, it populates a nice looking thumbnail with the unique Zoom link. They can add it to their calendar on Google, Apple, Outlook. Super simple. That way they remember. And that's the thing. That's what this community is all about. If you host a community, you want to keep your members engaged so you can help them, but also so it draws in more people to your community. So for example, tomorrow I have a Q&A call, which is once again one of 2 Zoom calls I run every week. And anyone who came in to get today's Zoom link can automatically add this to their calendar, and then they can just access the Zoom link from their personal calendar when it's time to go live. So it's a great feature. I did a special live event on Monday, so I added that to the calendar as well, and people were notified. And it keeps everything really, really organized. Now, the last couple of things that I want to point out are specific to selling membership, right? So I sell my membership program for $97 a month, and that's monthly recurring revenue. And once again, Skool handles all the billing. If someone doesn't pay, then it kicks them out of the group. So that takes a lot off my plate. So for the most part, when people come to look into buying into your group, let me see if I can share this in a window so you can see what this might look like. Go and bring up a window where I'm not logged in. And you can see this is what it's going to look like. They're going to see a video, if you have one, which I recommend that you do, which is you're prompted to play that video. And they're going to have the opportunity to join for whatever price you set. Now, they have a quick field where they have to create a school group, but so far that hasn't been a problem. And once they are either logged in or have created their new account, this is going to offer them 2 different options. Obviously, they can join for $97 a month, but the Skool also gives you the opportunity to sell it on a yearly basis. So for example, after they create their account or log in, the checkout page pops up and it says join for $97 a month or join for $970 a year. And then in big green letters, it says that's a X amount percentage savings, which in this case happens to be 17%. So that's cool. It gives people an option. If they want to save money, that's great for you as a Skool creator, because if you do get people who pay for the entire year, that's guaranteed revenue for the entire year. For a slight discount, it's a pretty fair trade. Now, the important thing to remember about this About You page is this is really essentially your sales page. So make sure you create a good sales video and create a good tag that you can put over here. You're limited on characters over here to 150 characters. So make sure that really communicates your USP, your unique selling point, the value that you have to offer. I think that's very important. For example, with this tag, I'm not very good at running tags. So what I did is I went over to ChatGPT and I tried to find the feed that I used when I actually did this the first time to get the exact tag that it gave me, but I just recreated it. I basically put in the benefits of this community and said, ChatGPT, give me a tagline for a community with the following unique selling point. It's a marketing education alliance is the best way to level up your marketing skills so you can win the info product marketing game, and Level Up Marketing Alliance is the only place where you can learn from a wide range of successful digital marketers so you can boost your marketing confidence and make more sales regardless of which information product you are selling. And then just go ahead and pop that in. It'll give you a tagline. If you don't like it, just communicate with ChatGPT until you get it to looking exactly like you want it. Now, after that, you're going to want to put some other images down here, and you have the opportunity to add 5 images after your sales video. Okay, the first thing I did was show a screenshot of the course, what's available right now, and that's the big key component of making sales with a monthly mentorship program. For example, people know that $97 a month to get 2 calls every week from someone who's made 7 figures online is a great deal. But what am I missing? I'm missing a reason to buy now. For example, if someone came here on Saturday night and they know I don't go live on Zoom until Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to be like, I'll join later. And then what happens? They don't join later. They get shiny object syndrome. They get distracted. ADHD kicks in, whatever. So we have to give them a reason to also buy now so we can capture them right away, get them on the monthly payment plan, but then we also have to deliver the monthly value, which in my case is in the form of 2 calls every week, so we can keep them. Because if we just have courses, they're going to buy and then cancel. If we just have monthly calls or weekly calls or whatever, they're never going to buy, right? So I highlight this to show them they can get access to a bunch of replays, the coaching call greatest hits, my 15 principles of marketing, crafting a USP, and beginner-friendly introduction to using AI to do so. We go deep into the general idea that I just showed you. And no product, no problem. How you can make money recommending this group if you don't have an offer, and that just overcomes the potential objection of, I want to learn marketing, but I don't have anything to sell. So that's easily and quickly highlighted there. So that gives them a reason to buy now. Obviously, going to pay some testimonials. I have screenshot text testimonials. I have a video testimonial mashup. Post some recent wins, right? Show something recent that your community members have achieved as a result of being in your community. So I just have 3, we'll call them micro case studies or case study snippets here. These are people who are actually in the group who've actually seen some results. So that's great. I got someone who's generated over $1 million online. I got someone who's just getting started but had been on the sidelines for a long time, and this was the kick in the pants that she needed. And I have someone who's somewhere in between, been at this for about 6 or 8 months and starting to make regular sales. So I kind of cover a wide range of potential customers there, the beginner, the middle, and the more advanced, showing that, hey, this really is for any marketer who wants to level up their skills. And the final image here just establishes my authority as the group creator, as the leader. And you can do this with whatever you want, screenshots, income statements. I just happen to use the 2 awards that I won from ClickFunnels, which is my Dream Car Award for becoming one of their top affiliates, and the 2 Comma Club Award for generating over $1 million in sales with a single sales funnel. And you have to just basically communicate everything you can in as few images as you can, because you only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images and 1 video. So this sales video, which you can watch, I'll go ahead and link this in the description of the video or in the comments of the video, so you can go watch this so you can get an idea of what I said in these 6 minutes and 16 seconds in order to hopefully generate more sales. But you also have some text down here, which can be used as secondary sales copy. The trick with this is you only get 1,000 characters. So what I did is I said, join today in order to experience a new way to master digital marketing, right? This is like a new opportunity. One thing I love about this is you can set a price increase whenever you want. So for example, let's say people can get into this for $97 a month right now, which was the starting monthly payment. If I decide to raise this at 300 members, which I will, let's say I decide to raise it to $129 a month. Right? Anyone who joined at the $97 a month rate will be grandfathered in. It won't change what they're paying. But when I raise this to $129 a month, everybody who comes in after that increase will have to pay $129 a month going forward. So that protects your initial community members. It also gives you the opportunity to add urgency, right? As we approach 300 members in this community, the buying rate's going to pick up as people start to realize, oh my gosh, I can save money every month if I join right now and lock it in for life. So I really love that. I highly recommend you do that. Set a reasonable goal. For me, 300 members is a reasonable goal. If it would take you 3 years to get to 300 members, maybe set it a little bit lower and just do incremental price increases. You don't have to jack it way up every time you hit your threshold, but I do recommend that you stick to what you say because your members will know and increase the price. If you just want to go up $10 or $5 or $20, it doesn't really matter. But that helps the people who are already in the group feel special, and it makes them more likely to continue to stay, which helps reduce your churn rate. So for example, if someone is in this group at $97 a month and they've been with you for a while and they're thinking about canceling, but they realize if they ever want to join again in the future, it's going to cost them $149 a month. They're like, well, I'll just stay, right? And that's what we're trying to achieve with monthly recurring revenue, right? We're trying to get people to stick around. Below that, I just wrote my USP again, Marketing Education Alliance, Mastermind, and Mentorship, so on and so forth. Because once again, we got to communicate the benefits and the uniqueness of it in as few words as possible because we only have 1,000 characters. Now, after I delivered my USP, I used a kind of like sentence, and I really like using kind of likes in marketing. So someone might read my USP and be like, I don't even know what that is. Why do I want it? Well, it's kind of like hanging out backstage at a marketing event with the speakers after the paid attendees have already been sent home, right? This is when you get the good stuff nobody talks about on social media, right? What does that do? That creates a picture of, oh, this is really VIP. This is where I'm going to get the stuff that you don't see on YouTube and on social media. So it gets people excited. Who is this for? Anybody that might benefit from your community so people can self-identify and say, oh, cool, I'm that. And this is definitely for me. And then what do you get? Well, you get real support worth $2,000 a month. 2 live Zoom calls a week, past call replay access, community discussion, content, social media, and funnel audits, which I do occasionally during the mentorship calls. And I had a few extra characters, so I just finished off with finally a real support system. You don't have to, so you don't have to travel this journey alone, right? That's it. So that's my sales process. That's how I created my community. That's how I organized it. So navigation is really easy. Calendar is amazing. And as long as it's a paid group, I think you're going to eliminate a lot of the problems. But the other side of it is if you decide to offer a free group, unfortunately, you're probably going to see a lot of the same problems that you have in your Facebook group. So if you want to come over and check this out, poke around and learn a little bit more about how I set this up, just go ahead and find the link over to the Level Up Marketing Alliance in the description or the comments. And if you want to join, I think it'd be great. We go live twice a week. It's a great group of people. Some people have made a lot of money. Some people are just getting started. And there's people who are right in between. And I'd love to see you on the next call.